Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English on the Way, the fun and easy way to learn English. I'm Charles.
Hello, Charles. Hi, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you all today.
Me too, Rachel. How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun?
It was great. I actually tried something totally new. I tried to bake a famous Brazilian cheese bread.
Oh, pão de queijo? I love that. Did it taste good?
Well, no. It was terrible. It was as hard as a rock.
Oh no! What happened? Did you follow the recipe?
That is the funny part, Charles. I read the recipe 10 times. I memorized every single step perfectly.
But it still came out wrong? Why do you think that happened?
Because I never actually practiced baking it before. I only read the rules, but I didn't use my hands.
Ah, I see. Reading the rules is very different from actually doing the work, right?
Exactly. And you know, Charles, that reminds me of our topic for today.
Oh yeah? How does hard cheese bread connect to learning English?
Because learning a language is just like baking. You can't just read the recipe, you have to practice.
That is a beautiful comparison, Rachel, and it perfectly describes our main story today.
Yes, today we are talking about a student named Daniel. Tell us about Daniel, Charles.
Well, Daniel had a really big dream. He was planning to move to the USA.
USA. That is amazing. Did he speak English well?
Not yet, but he was very motivated to learn before his trip. He wanted to be completely fluent.
That is a great goal. I am sure our listeners understand that feeling. We all want to speak fluently.
Absolutely. Daniel was so serious about this, he even built a special study space in his house.
Oh, really? A study space. What did he put in it?
He bought a really nice ergonomic chair. He also bought one of those loud mechanical keyboards for his computer.
Oh, I love those keyboards. Click, click, click. So he was ready to work hard.
He really was. Every single day, he sat in his comfortable chair and opened his English books.
That sounds great. How many hours did he study every day?
Sometimes 2 or 3 hours. He was a very dedicated student.
Wow. If he studied that much, he must have learned a lot very quickly.
Well, that is what he thought. He memorized hundreds of new words every week.
Hundreds of words? Oh my goodness. My brain would be so tired.
Mine too. He had a notebook full of words. He felt very prepared.
But I have a feeling something went wrong. Did it work, Charles?
No, it didn't. One day, he went to a coffee shop in his town.
Okay, a coffee shop. What happened there?
A friendly tourist from America walked in. The tourist looked confused and needed help.
Oh, a real-life situation. This is the true test for any English learner.
Exactly. The tourist walked right up to Daniel and asked a simple question in English.
What did the tourist ask?
The tourist asked, "Excuse me, do you know how to get to Twin Bridges Lake?"
Oh, he wanted to go fishing. That is a simple question about directions. What did Daniel do?
He froze, completely froze. He just looked at the tourist with big eyes.
Oh, poor Daniel. I know that feeling. Your heart beats fast and you feel so nervous.
It is a terrible feeling. Daniel knew the words for lake and go, but he couldn't speak.
He couldn't say a single word? Not even, I don't know?
Nothing. Finally, the tourist just smiled, said thank you anyway, and walked away.
That is so frustrating. Daniel must have felt really sad.
He went home feeling defeated. He sat in his nice chair and thought, I study so much. Why can't I speak?
That is the big question. Why couldn't he speak, Charles? He knew all the words.
He did know the words, but he realized something very important that day. He was doing it all wrong.
He was doing it all wrong? What do you mean by that?
Well, let's look at Daniel's mistakes, because a lot of our listeners might be making the exact same mistakes.
Yes, let's talk about them. It is so good to learn from our mistakes. What was mistake number 1?
The first big mistake, he translated everything into his native language.
Ah, yes, the translation trap. I think every beginner does this at first.
Totally. When the tourist asked about the lake, Daniel tried to translate every single word in his head first.
And that takes way too much time. By the time you translate it, the other person is already gone.
Yes, your brain is like a slow computer when you translate.
It really is. You have to think in English, not translate. But how do you stop translating?
We will talk about the solution very soon. Let's talk about his second mistake first.
Okay, what was his second mistake? You said he memorized hundreds of words.
Yes, he decorated isolated words, just one word at a time on small cards.
Oh, I understand. Words like apple, car, run, lake.
Exactly. But Rachel, do you ever talk to me using just one word?
No, I don't just say coffee. I say, I really need a coffee right now.
Exactly. We speak in full sentences. We speak in phrases.
That makes total sense. If you only know the word lake, you don't know how to say, the lake is down the street.
Right. Learning single words is like having all the pieces of a puzzle, but you don't know the picture.
That is a great way to explain it. What about grammar? He studied a lot, right?
That was mistake number 3. He was obsessed with grammar rules.
Oh, I see. He wanted to understand the present perfect and the past continuous perfectly.
Yes, and grammar is important, but he was trying to do a math equation in his head before speaking.
Language is not math. It is not about perfect formulas. It's about connecting with people.
Exactly. When the tourist asked him a question, Daniel was thinking, wait, is this simple past or present perfect?
And while he was thinking about the grammar rules, he lost the conversation.
Which leads directly to mistake number 4. He tried to speak perfectly.
Ah, perfectionism. He was afraid to make a mistake, wasn't he?
Yes, he thought if he said the wrong verb, the tourist would laugh at him.
That is so sad. People really don't care about perfect grammar. They just want to understand you.
Totally. If you smile and point and say, lake there, the tourist is happy.
Yes, the tourist doesn't care if you used the right preposition.
And that brings us to his final and biggest mistake. He did not practice in real situations.
Right. He only practiced in his nice chair with his mechanical keyboard.
Yes, he was studying English every day, but he was almost never using English.
That is the key. You have to actually use it in your daily life. It's like a muscle you have to flex.
Speaking of doing things in daily life, doing things with friends makes everything much easier.
Absolutely. And if you guys are enjoying our conversation today, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel.
It really helps our channel grow. And share this episode with a friend who is learning English too.
Also, tell us in the comments, do you try to speak perfectly and feel afraid to make mistakes? Let us know.
Yes, we love reading your stories in the comments. We read every single one.
We really do. Okay, let's get back to Daniel. He realized he was doing it all wrong. What did he do next?
He decided to completely change his routine. He needed a new approach.
Ooh, I love a good change. What was the very first thing he did?
First, he stopped translating. He threw away his list of single words.
Wow, he threw it away? What did he learn instead?
He started learning full phrases, everyday English that people actually use.
Can you give me an example? How did he study these phrases?
Instead of writing water, he wrote, "Could I have some water, please?"
That is so much more useful. You can walk into a restaurant and use that phrase immediately.
Exactly. He started learning phrases for ordering food, asking directions, and greeting people.
Did he still study his grammar books for hours in his nice chair?
No, he stopped doing math in his head. He focused on listening instead.
Listening is so important. What exactly did he listen to?
He listened to podcasts, just like this one, and he started doing something called shadowing.
Shadowing? That sounds like a secret agent technique. What is that?
It is a great technique. Shadowing is when you listen to a native speaker and you repeat exactly what they say.
Oh, like an echo. You copy the words, the rhythm, and the emotion of the speaker.
Yes, you don't even have to pause the audio sometimes. You just talk right after them.
It feels a little silly at first, right? Because you are talking to a recording.
It feels very silly, but it trains your mouth and your muscles to make the right sounds naturally.
Did he only do shadowing? How else did he practice his speaking skills?
This is my favorite part, Rachel. He started speaking English to himself all day long.
I do that too. It is such a good trick when you don't have a practice partner.
It really is. I do it too. I talk to myself when I'm sitting on the sofa playing my Nintendo Switch.
Really? What do you say to your video games?
I say things like, "Oh no, I need to jump. Where is the red car?"
That is amazing. You are using real English in a real situation. What did Daniel say to himself?
Daniel would make his morning coffee and say out loud, "Now I'm pouring the hot water. It smells so good."
I love that. He was finally bringing English into his real, everyday life.
Exactly. But Rachel, the most important change he made was inside his own mind.
Oh, a mindset change? What did he change in his mind?
He finally accepted that he was going to make mistakes. He let go of his perfectionism.
That is so beautiful. Mistakes are not bad. Mistakes are just proof that you're trying.
Absolutely. Once he stopped fearing mistakes, he felt free. He started talking more and more.
So, did it work? What happened to Daniel after he changed his daily routine?
Well, a few weeks later, he was back at the exact same coffee shop.
No way! Did another tourist walk in? The true test part 2.
Yes. Another tourist asked him, "Excuse me, where is the nearest gas station?"
Oh, wow! Did Daniel freeze again? Did his heart beat fast?
His heart beat a little fast, but he didn't freeze. He smiled.
He smiled! That is a huge victory already. What did he say?
He didn't use perfect grammar, but he pointed down the road and said, "Go straight, next to the big supermarket."
Wow, that gives me goosebumps. He actually communicated. He really did it.
He did. The tourist understood him completely, said thank you so much, and smiled back.
That is a real transformation. He finally connected with another human being in English.
Yes, and that is the most important lesson for today's episode.
Right. Daniel didn't need to study more English. He had enough words in his head.
Exactly. He just needed to use the English he already knew.
Don't just study English, use English. I love that message so much. It is so powerful.
It really is. Step by step, you just have to believe in yourself.
Yes, never give up. Let's do a quick recap of how our listeners can start using English today.
Great idea. First, stop translating and stop memorizing isolated words. Learn full phrases.
Yes, think of phrases like the pieces of a puzzle already put together.
Exactly. Second, try the shadowing technique. Listen to native speakers, pause the audio, and repeat out loud.
Third, talk to yourself. Describe your day out loud while you cook, clean, or walk your dog.
Yes, even if people think you are crazy, it works. And finally, accept your mistakes.
Beautiful advice. I think our listeners are ready to see how this actually works in a real chat.
I agree. Why don't we show them a real example of an everyday dialogue?
Let's do it. We can pretend we are friends meeting for lunch, and I am struggling with my studies.
Perfect. Let's start the practice right now. Hey, Rachel, how are your Spanish classes going?
Oh, hi, Charles. To be honest, I am feeling a little frustrated today.
Oh no, really? Why is that? You study every single day in your room.
I know. I memorize so many flashcards, but when I try to talk, my mind goes completely blank.
I totally understand that feeling. Are you trying to translate everything in your head first?
Yeah, I think I am, and I'm so nervous about saying the wrong verb.
You know, you are doing it all wrong. You have to stop worrying about being perfect.
You really think so? But how do I actually improve my speaking if I don't study the rules?
You just need to use the language. Try shadowing or just talk to yourself while you cook dinner.
Talk to myself? Okay, I will try that. I'll describe my food out loud. Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome. See, that was just a simple, natural conversation.
It felt very real. If you guys listen to this episode a few times, you will start thinking in these natural phrases too.
Absolutely. You guys are doing great on your journey. Don't be afraid to speak.
Yes, we believe in you. Please remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave that comment below.
Keep learning. And remember, you can do it.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Bye, guys. Take care.